the footage, this angle makes it look so much worse. And again, like, people genuinely, you know, the whole, oh, obviously these XYZ guard is better than Caitlin Clark. Some of the worst refereeing I have seen in my lifetime. Like, this is one of the worst missed calls I think I've ever seen in basketball. Like, this is not just a hand check. This is a double jersey grab. I've seen someone say Deja Kelly's better than Caitlin Clark. She just got waved. And obviously the Deja Kelly video is coming out before this one. I'm recording this 8:23. 58 minutes after this was tweeted, just for a timestamp.
I just watched a play that made my jaw drop. Caitlin Clark was literally bear hugged on the court, and the ref just stood there watching like it was totally normal. No whistle, no call, nothing. This isn't just a random missed call. We're seeing a pattern here. In this video, I'm showing you the undeniable footage that proves WNBA refs have it out for Caitlin Clark. And trust me, once you see these clips, you'll be just as shocked as I am. Let me show you this clip everyone's talking about. You need to see this with your own eyes. This right here, this is the bear hug play that's got the internet going crazy. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now, back to the video.
I actually don't think that she pushed off. I think that, again, it looks to me like Te-Hina Paopao threw herself out of the play after hacking Caitlin Clark. She hacked Caitlin Clark, overcommitted, and threw herself out. The whole Te-Hina Paopao Caitlin Clark situation is just mad. It's just mad. And I'm not joking when I say this. Like, there is now a new angle that shows I don't even think in the whole push-off situation Caitlin Clark pushed off the play. That's what it looks like. And Caitlin Clark, her arm is like being grabbed by Te-Hina Paopao, and she does take it off. Could there have been contact? Sure. But I've never, like, this is some of the worst refereeing I've ever seen to not call a defensive foul here.
Look at what happens here. Clark tries to drive to the basket. She's got that first step. She's ready to make a move. And then bam. The defender literally wraps both arms around her like they're at a family reunion. Clark has no choice but to step back. And the ref, standing right there watching the whole thing and doesn't blow the whistle. Now check this out. In the same game, another player gets touched on the arm, barely any contact, and instantly gets the call. That's crazy. I went back and watched 3 other WNBA games from the same week, and players were getting foul calls for way less contact than what Clark is dealing with.
We're gonna watch it in slow-mo. And again, slow-mo, you can never tell really anything in slow-mo, but it can get us a pause at the right time. So, but if you look at this clip right here, let's watch this. Let's watch this right here. So, we're going to watch it in full speed. Paopao is on her. Paopao grabs her hip. And that happens. So, you see here. So, Caitlin's trying to blow by Te-Hina Paopao. Te-Hina Paopao is caught in a really weird defensive position where she's forcing nowhere. She's just playing flat.
The bear hug looks even worse from this angle. See how the defender's arms completely wrap around Clark's waist? That's textbook definition of a foul. There's no basketball play happening here, just straight up grabbing. This isn't a one-time thing either. I put together these clips from her last 5 games. Here's Clark getting pushed while shooting, no call. Here she's grabbed going for a rebound, nothing. And this one is just ridiculous. She gets hit across both arms trying to score, and the refs swallow their whistles. The stats don't lie. Clark is averaging just 3.2 free throw attempts per game, despite handling the ball more than almost anyone in the league. Compare that to other star players who are getting 6 to 8 free throw attempts with similar usage rates. Something's not adding up.
And like normally on someone like Caitlin, normally on a guard that's quick and can burn you gotta force somewhere. Like Te-Hina Paopao is not a good enough defender to play flat like this, and she knows that. She got caught.
Even basketball analysts are calling this out. Former NBA ref Steve Javie posted on Twitter saying the bear hug should have been an obvious call in any league. ESPN's basketball analyst said the officiating against Clark has been noticeably inconsistent compared to how other players are being officiated. You know what's crazier? Fans are absolutely losing it online. Wait till you see what people are saying about these refs. We'll get to that in a minute. This thing here is looking spooky, and I'm sick of this man. That's not just my opinion, that's what everyone's seeing. The bear hug is just one example in a clear pattern. The refs are ignoring obvious fouls against Clark, and it's hard not to see it as bias against the rookie star. And now let's look at what fans are saying and why this matters for the future of the WNBA. Fans are absolutely losing it online. I'm talking furious. One tweet I saw had over 50,000 likes saying the WNBA refs hate Caitlin Clark and they're not even trying to hide it anymore. Another fan wrote, "I started watching for Clark but might stop because the officiating is so bad it's ruining the games." People are posting side-by-side clips showing how other players get calls for minimal contact while Clark gets hammered with no whistle. This is really bad timing for the WNBA. The league is finally getting the attention it deserves, and now this referee situation threatens to kill all that momentum. Just look at the numbers. Fever games are selling out arenas that NBA teams struggle to fill. TV ratings are up 170% since Clark joined the league. That's not a small bump, that's massive growth. You know what's wild? While Clark is bringing in millions of new fans and dollars to the WNBA, she's only making $78,000 a year. That's horrendous. The league's highest salary is only $249,000 annually. Think about that. Clark is probably generating more value in a single game than she'll make all season. This isn't just about fair calls, it's about protecting star players who bring fans to the game. It's about making sure the product on the court is good enough to keep those new viewers. When refs allow Clark to get beat up without calls, they're directly hurting the league's bottom line. Fans get frustrated, players get injured, and everyone loses. The timing gets even more interesting because the WNBA's collective bargaining agreement is expiring soon. Word is that max salaries might jump to $1 million. That's a 300% increase, but higher salaries only make sense if the league keeps growing, and that growth depends on protecting stars like Clark. The WNBA can't afford to ignore this problem. Every missed call, every bear hug that goes unpunished, every inconsistent whistle, it all chips away at fan trust. I've seen so many comments from people saying, "I was excited about watching the WNBA for the first time, but the officiating is making it unwatchable." Fan reactions make it crystal clear. This biased officiating is damaging the viewing experience just when the WNBA is having its moment in the spotlight. The league has built amazing momentum this season. Now they need to fix this referee issue fast before it costs them the new audience they've worked so hard to build. After watching all this footage, it's pretty obvious. Something's not right with how refs are treating Caitlin Clark. These missed calls aren't just random mistakes. They're happening too often to ignore. The WNBA is experiencing huge growth in 2024 because of stars like Clark. Arenas are packed, ratings are through the roof. The league can't afford to let bad officiating ruin this golden opportunity. Fans are showing up for exciting basketball, not to watch their favorite players get beat up with no calls. What do you think? Are refs actually biased against Clark or just missing calls? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.